Yeah,
It's
Jojo's
bizarre.
Bizarre Adventure.
Ah!
I hate you so
I'm
much
so
for that. I hate you
funny.
so
I'm
much
so
for
That
that.
was
I'm so
amazing.
freaking funny, dude. God.
Comedy
You know,
gold. All right, take it away, Gino.
hello everybody. I'm pretending to be Jared. Welcome to the Rejects Club with our hosts Jared,
Way to dox me, dude. What the hell?
Chris,
Hi.
and your third host Gino or Bino, whatever you would like to
Woo!
call me.
Woo,
Woo!
Gino.
Yeah!
Yeah, yeah. All right, so we're starting off with my little anime corner for today. I don't really have anything other than watch Bleach.
And that was Gino's anime corner, everyone.
Yeah. Woohoo.
Yay!
Related to that, I
I'm never
think
letting you do the intro again, by the way.
stop.
You're
Stop.
done. You're done.
I just copied you. That's all I did.
Oof.
And you seem to hate it too. I
I think it says a lot about myself.
Yeah. Yeah, it does. Anyways,
wait, Chris, you just finished watching Adventure Time, right?
I did.
Finally, dude. It's only been like 4 years
Oh yeah,
since it
it's
ended.
been so
Yeah,
long since that
such a long
show
time
ended.
since it's been done.
Because Gino definitely knows, because he also watched it, right, Gino?
I did not watch the whole thing. I
You guys are
watched.
fake
I
fans.
know the ending though. I know. I definitely
Oh.
know the ending.
You guys are
Did you
fake
watch
fans.
the ending?
I watched the ending. Yeah.
Okay.
I watched it too.
Dude.
I didn't
that
watch
was-
all of it either, actually.
Oh my god. Okay,
I was
both
just,
of you should.
yeah.
I can't say like the whole thing is like, it's not all like content. A lot of it's like filler. It's an entertainment show for
Mhm.
like a younger audience,
I
right?
don't know.
It's
It was an
fine. I like it.
entertainment show in the beginning, and then for some reason, somewhere in the middle, they're like, let's make this dark.
It's
Yeah.
like it's incredibly philosophical at moments, and
Oh, yeah,
it's
like-
very touching. It's
That Hall of Egress episode, I know you've seen it. That's a good episode.
the which one?
The Hall of Egress, where he, like, every time he opens his eyes. So, okay, the
Oh, right.
you remember the
Yeah,
plot?
yeah,
The Finn gets
yeah,
trapped in
yeah.
a dungeon, and every time he opens his eyes, he gets put right back into the
Right.
dungeon. It's a really good
Yeah.
episode. Why don't you talk about
That
it,
was a
Chris?
really good episode. That was
I think
That was
the
a neat
most
one.
disturbing episode. It was not the episode, but it was the most disturbing scene I've ever. Like as a kid, it was the most disturbing thing. I think I don't know which episode it was, but Finn like got knocked out by a deer.
Oh my
And
god!
And they I think they took out the episode completely, but they snapped his leg into like two pieces. The deer did.
Oh yeah,
And then
he's
then
like,
he wakes up with his casts. Yeah, and he wakes up with his casts in his legs.
and Jake has Jake has
Yeah,
like brain damage.
Yeah, his
Yeah,
amnesia.
yeah.
He turns on him. Oh, it's a good episode, dude. And his saliva is like sticky, and he puts them all into like
Yeah, that was a
like a
really
sewer.
disturbing episode for me.
Oh, and then he removes his hoofs and he has fingers,
yes.
and he's like twirling and licking his lips. That's a good episode. The
A
deer.
very yeah, disturbing episode. I say so myself.
Yeah.
Spoiler
Chris-
alert, though. I want to talk about the ending. What did you think about it?
Oh,
It,
the
it
ending.
was really good. I honestly cried.
Aw.
It's
Okay, related to the
Gino?
ending.
BMO's just like my favorite character. I believe it's a woman who voices him.
Yeah, she's
Um,
Korean.
Yeah, Candy. Sure.
Oh, she also voices Rainicorn.
Candy. Yeah, and Rainicorn. Yeah, she
Mhm.
voices Candy on Gravity Falls. If I'm remembering the
Ooh.
character's name correctly.
Yeah, that's right.
But it's so like BMO's so freaking cute, and then every time something happens that's like a little bit more like a philosophical episode with like BMO in it, like it's really cute watching that happen, and because like he's like a little kid, right? And
Yeah,
he's like
yeah.
taking in everything, and like he wants to be like that adult, and there's that whole episode where he's supposed to go and meet like the creator and be
Yeah.
become like an adult or whatever. And that whole episode was like incredibly moving, I thought. But the ending, again, spoiler alerts, if you haven't watched it, watch it. But
Just watch it.
the ending when it's like the fight and like the tower or their not the tower, their treehouse just gets demolished,
Hmm.
and then Jake's like dying over here. He's not having a good time, and he like drags his way up to the treehouse, and Bemo's got his little face broken, and Jake's like, "Oh, Bemo, like what happened?" And Bemo's like, "It's okay, Jake. Like you always try and protect Finn and I. Now it's like let me like protect you." And then like
Oh
he
yeah.
sings. Oh, I'm like tearing up thinking about it too. It was so freaking cute, and it was so sad because
Oh yeah,
Bemo's
Oh,
so innocent,
Bino was
and
very innocent.
all he wants to do is he wants to be there for Finn and Jake, and it's like
I
it
remember
got
from
me.
BMO though. I don't know if it was in this final episode because it's been a long time since I watched this. But it was like BMO like actually dying, and he's like, it's okay. BMO will always get back from any like,
Yeah,
and
oh
then
right.
another like personality is like,
Bemo's
no
like,
BMO, like, and he's pretty much telling BMO like, no, you're not coming back.
but Bemo always
yeah.
bounces back. Not
I
this
know, but
time,
BMO
Bemo.
always bounces back. Not this time,
That
BMO.
it's all of Bemo's stuff is so touching. He's such a sweet character, and a lot of it's like him being like naive and not knowing things, but like his confidence in himself, and like the way he interacts with the world. It's so like
We love
it's
it. We love
so
him.
neat to watch. Yeah, I
We
stand
love
Bemo.
him.
Um, but yeah, and even like the whole football is was that it? Football or soccer? Some sport. Man, I just binged this whole thing and I can't remember anyone. His reflection, he like voices him as like an alter ego or whatever, and like they
Hmm.
switch bodies.
Oh
Like
sure.
that whole episode is like that was good. Um, yeah, Theme was great. Also, him taking his batteries out and then like dying and then falling
Oh yeah,
backwards
falling back into new
to change.
batteries.
Yeah,
That was
that
that
like
was
Bimo goes hard, man.
bro. Bimo does not fear death. That's why he
I
always says like
always
Bimo always bounces
Bemo always
back. But
bounces back.
Yeah,
I always thought
yeah,
of him
uh,
kind of as like, well, I always thought of Bemo as like a day because I always felt like, oh, is it a boy or a girl? And it's
yeah, you
one
never
of
really
the
figured
two.
well,
out.
yeah.
It's an entity.
They keep saying like he and stuff like that, and I'm always just like, but like I always just think of the voice actor. It's like,
Yeah,
oh,
I
like
think of the
Bemo's
voice
a girl,
actress.
but
So just whatever.
yeah,
It's them.
not a
I
big
always
deal.
thought of them as like mischievous more than innocent, naive, like mischievous and like kind of like in some ways selfish. Because I do
Yeah,
remember
no,
there's
they are.
times when,
They're no, they're very selfish.
but I like
But
Vimo.
there's
I
nothing
saw
wrong
you
with
almost
that.
cry, and it was very. I'm glad. I like how it touched you by Adventure Time. Uh, I,
Yeah,
I, you know, the ending didn't
Yeah,
it
really
but
was
like if oh
affect me that
sorry,
much though.
yeah. I don't know. I feel like there's a certain point in probably high school where like a lot of
Hmm.
like these movies like touch me like or like shows like touch me more. A lot of the concepts of them because like
Right.
a lot of these things are you know they're written and driven towards like a younger audience.
hmm
And I just feel like as being older with more like experience, it's like I I get to appreciate some of these concepts more. Because like
Hmm.
when you watch these as a kid, like you don't really
you don't think about it.
right,
You kind of just
Yeah, we
like,
like the
oh,
kid.
that's
Yeah.
cool.
We think
right.
Lumpy Space Princess is funny, but like when she gets her own episode, it's more
Exactly.
interesting when you're older. I agree.
Yeah, and like if you haven't watched the ending in a while, not that like it would touch you more because you probably won't have that exact same build up with BMO. Like I was like binging this whole thing for the past 2 months, but like like that ending, like rewatching, like just watching that now. I just finished that this morning. That was like it was so moving. It was so sweet.
And
Um,
then Finn's doppelganger, that's the leaf
yeah,
dude.
Oh,
Fern,
Fern
Fern too.
I
dies.
didn't like Fern. I mean, I
He was
understand Fern. I understand Fern. I know why he did what he did because he felt
yeah,
like he had to. It was him or Finn in his eyes. I get it.
right.
Yeah.
Still, I'm not.
But
You know.
I feel like too the little squid guy that was supposed to be inside the sword that was like
Mhm.
taking over him too. I feel like they could have gone more into that because it seemed kind of like he was a fine character, but he was like because of that little squid guy, like he was like really feeding on his insecurities as like
Mhm.
not being in like his world or whatever. and then his death was like, I think, moving, but it wasn't. It was more like he was free now instead of
Mm-hmm.
like he got to like actually be himself. You know, it wasn't like he was in the sword again. Because I feel like when he was in the sword, like that's where he felt like Finn. You know,
Hmm.
um, but instead, like that didn't happen, which I thought was kind of a bummer. But in general, it was sweet him getting replanted and all that.
Yeah,
But
good. It's a good finale.
No, no, no. Let's talk about the best part of the whole ending is PB and Marceline out of nowhere.
oh,
That
Oh, the
out of
was
nowhere
kiss.
that
Oh yeah,
kiss.
I was so shook as a little kid. You know, that concept never really ran through your mind.
The
So when that
lesbians.
happened, you're just like, what?
Yeah, mind blown.
Mind blown. It was
No,
just
that was
yeah.
sweet. Although I gotta say, like throughout the whole thing, PB is not a good person.
No,
No, she's
she
He
is
awful.
was like,
not.
yeah,
She is
she
She's really
is.
not
manipulative, toxic. She uses people to
very
revenge constantly.
manipulative.
She
Oh
uses
yeah.
Finn all the time. He's a
Well, even like
child.
her own civilians,
Oh,
like
but that's
like they are
fine
like
because those are
they're
like her
nothing to
slaves.
her.
Those are like her slaves. She made them.
Yeah, but I
I
mean,
understand that
basically,
more. But Finn is
yeah,
like his own an autonomous person. It's
yeah.
bad. She's an evil
It's
god.
toxic relationship.
Dude, is
Yeah.
when Jake like blew up on Princess Bubblegum when
When
Finn was
he's
trying to
making
go
Yeah.
his
when he's
making
making
his
his
food,
moves. No, when he's
yeah,
making his moves on like the Fire Princess, you know, he finally
Right.
found some other love, and a PB was like trying to get in between them ish, and then it just
But
Jake
she had a
just blowing
reason.
up. Jake was just blowing up on PB. He's like,
Hmm.
Finn is finally happy. You don't have the
oh
right
yeah,
to.
that's the time. Yeah, she like goes into the treehouse and he's like, I think that's when he was the bacon pancake
Yeah,
song,
making
and then she
pancakes.
comes up
Making
making
pancakes.
bacon
He was
pancakes.
so happy
Uh,
until she showed up.
yeah, and like
Yeah.
I love Jake too. Evidently, he's this. I think he's the same voice as Bender from Futurama,
Oh
if I'm not
God,
mistaken.
John DiMaggio. Yeah, he's
Yeah,
prolific. He's done everything.
yeah,
Anything you can think of. He's been Joker.
he's
He's been
funny.
Bender. He's
Yeah,
been everything.
whoever is whoever likes PB, you shouldn't unless you like kind of that controlling
The
kind of girl.
controlling
But then
evil
feel
sort of
free to do
woman.
so. I'm not gonna stop you if that's your kink.
Yeah,
All right. Hey.
All right.
but yeah, good show. I loved it. I'm glad that I finally like actually finished it. Um, yeah, it's really touching. Like rewatching it, it's or, well, I mean, I only rewatched certain parts. I didn't finish the whole thing when I was younger, but like
Hmm.
watching that as an adult, I think it hits home on a lot of concepts
Yeah, it hits a
more
lot
than when
different.
you were a child.
Finn grows up with you too. He's like he doesn't stay the same
Yeah,
age forever. Hmm.
yeah,
I like that.
it's good.
Well,
A lot
yeah,
of good
dude,
concepts in
relating
there.
to nostalgia, I don't know if you've seen it around TikTok about Blue's Clues guy saying
Oh,
Oh,
Steve. Yeah.
him, yeah, Steve, him saying like I don't know where it's from, maybe from a movie or maybe just like a little short, but it's him like
I think they
saying,
just filmed that separately.
"Oh my god, look how much you've grown." I
yeah,
almost cried. I was like,
yeah,
"You were my childhood. Thank
yeah.
you."
As someone who like grew up with Blue's Clues, I was like, "What the? Who are you?" Because he like looks completely. He looks completely different, dude.
He does. Yeah, I
He's
mean,
wearing
he
a
looks
hat.
different,
Looks
but
No, but
slightly
I
different. I don't know. I
I appreciate the
recognized
sentiment.
him right off the bat.
I like his hat.
yeah,
That's all I'm
You
gonna
like
you
say.
his
like his
hat?
hat.
He's a cool hat, and I like his
He did.
glasses. I like how
He did.
I like his look. He looks more mature, but yeah. He used to be a skater guy. Did you know that? I watched. I like get into YouTube rabbit holes all the time. He was like some skater boy with long hair, and when he got cast, he's like, "All right, you have to cut your hair," and he did it. And then the next guy who became Blue's Clues was also like this long haired like chill dude, and they made him cut his hair too. It's like
Oh,
Just making everyone cut their hair.
they had to
I know.
sanitize him. No more
sanitize,
dual skating.
sanitize the. Oh god.
Sanitize Steve and Josh. I think his name is.
Yeah.
That was also good. Blast from the past right there.
Speaking of, I don't know, Blast from the Past, whatever. I watched JoJo's Part 6. Have you guys seen that? Anything in JoJo's? Any of you
No.
guys?
I
Nothing
Nothing
have
has
watched.
changed from the last time we talked
I
about
probably before Diamond. I watched
Ooh,
everything.
Diamond's
before,
good.
but before Diamond.
Part
Diamond's
4 is
like
good.
is like 80s, right? Is the 80s one?
The late 90s.
Late 90s. Sorry,
Part 3 is in the 80s. I know all this useless crap, so I
that's
can tell
okay.
you.
That's good. No, like
Part 2 is
I
in the
just
30s.
I couldn't keep watching. I mean, I got to like I think episode 10,
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't keep watching it. I don't know
I'm
why.
gonna be honest. I'm a JoJo fan. It is not for everyone. It's like a lot. It's like clunky. It's expositiony. Um, it's a lot to take into. It's like sometimes Araki will do, like the author. He will be explaining an ability, it's like a fight will be going on, and then there's like a break where he explains the science behind the ability, like okay,
So
like
it's very like
it breaks up the
meta.
fights.
Like a lot of
Yeah,
things
yeah.
like just pop in,
Like sometimes
record
it's
scratch
oh yeah,
narration.
yeah, yeah. No. It's like sometimes it's natural. Like a character will thicken the air, the oxygen in the air, and be like, yeah, because when you thicken oxygen, it makes it impossible to breathe. Like that's kind of more natural. But sometimes it's like
He goes a little
a character.
overboard.
Yeah, he's like, these are rods. They're actually something that was discovered in Florida. They're an unknown creature. We don't know why they do these things, but they can only be seen through videos. Like, okay, like it's cool.
Okay.
Like, but it's like,
So,
why do
but
I
it
need
pulls
to?
away from the story a bit.
Yeah, and he does. I mean, at this point, I'm used to it. I get it, and like it's very dramatic. And when someone dies, there's like choirs and like the
It's
clouds
amazing though.
part.
Like
Oh
I
wow.
love that part about
Yeah.
JoJo. Everything's so exaggerated. It's
Mm-hmm.
That's what I loved about it. And then also the part that like you get to see the previous characters sometimes, and as like
I
but them
love
as
that.
older. Like that's amazing. I love that. Now you get like a new main character within the old character, and it's just like, oh yes, I get to see him when he's older. What's his name? It was it not Jonathan?
Wait, how long has the show been going on?
It's still going. Wait, it was still going on. I think that most recent one, if I remember, was Diamond in the Dust, or I don't know.
Well, I mean, like
Wait,
you said,
okay.
like 80s, right?
It's
Okay.
it's been going on since like 1987. Sorry, I like know all these answers, but you were talking about Joseph, by the way. Sorry, like my mic was like, Gino, you were talking about Joseph.
The
And
racist
yeah,
guy.
Chris. Yeah, he's racist. He doesn't like Japanese people, but
Yeah, he hates
yeah,
Japanese people.
yeah. Except he had sex with a Japanese woman and made a child with her.
Whoa.
Yeah, but yeah, it's from the late like 87 is when it started, and it's still going on today actually. So,
Yeah, it's still going
Dang.
on.
but
That's a
part six
long
is good.
time.
Oh, I love Gino. I love when they bring a character from the past back,
I
but
know.
but they but there's so many opportunities when Araki can just there's something I kind of respect because he doesn't just do that all the time because he really could. He could just bring back all the main characters at any point and just never does it. Like in part six, like there's like moments where yeah, he could bring back Josuke or Giorno, but he doesn't do that. He only brings back Jotaro, and that only makes somatic sense to have Jotaro there because it's about his daughter. Anyway, I'm
Yeah,
rambling a lot. Part six is good. It defies my expectations a little bit in some cases. It's good. It's good. It's good. All right.
it's
I wish
good.
they brought back JoJo Fridays though. That's part six. I can talk more. I can talk way more about it. Oh my god.
Damn, I
It's
missed so much already.
it's like the only JoJo part where I like got actually emotional at the end, just because of and
Ooh.
the music is good and I want to talk more about JoJo
Is
when
it
we have time.
We have
is it
ourselves a
worth getting
JoJo fan
into?
right here.
Is it worth getting into?
Yeah.
It's I will definitely say it's not for everyone. I'll be the first to say like you have I think watching it in order like it goes by parts. So it's like part one is like follows one character, part two follows his ancestor, part three follows another ancestor. You know what I
So
mean?
like if I were to watch this so I couldn't actually understand what you guys are talking
You gotta
about, should I
Oh
watch all
yeah,
the
start at
way
the
from the
beginning?
beginning. From
Oh,
the
you do?
beginning.
I
Never
would.
mind. I'm just gonna sit here and
No,
listen to
no,
you
no.
guys
It's
talk
not
about
No,
it.
that
no,
bad. No, it's
it's not
actually
that long
not
either.
bad. Yeah,
Oh,
it's
it's not that
actually
long.
very
No.
entertaining too. You just have
Okay.
to get past the first couple episodes, then you'll get used to the animation, and
Mhm.
then you'll start
Okay.
enjoying it for the story.
Okay.
I think you'd
I'll
like it,
think about
Chris,
it.
personally, but yeah, I'm gonna say it's not for everyone. I do enjoy it heavily. I do like a lot of its like exposition, like its clunkiness. It's just it's charming at this point. How like weird it is. It's bizarre.
Yeah,
It's
JoJo's Bizarre
bizarre.
Adventure.
Ah!
I hate you so
I'm
much
so
for that. I hate you
funny.
so much for
That
that.
was
I'm so
amazing.
freaking funny, dude. God.
Comedy
You know,
gold right
at this
there.
point, I should just draw your character as like a chibi JoJo character.
Did we bring that up yet? Did we mention how
No.
like the drawing is like Gino's drawing?
Yeah, see,
And I
Gino can draw stuff.
I
No.
love it, by the way. I love how it looks, but I just want to say like the character looks nothing like me. Like he's like
That's
ginger and like handsome and beautiful, and I look like a homeless person.
oh,
It's no, it looks really
I
good.
based it off of your sketch. Okay.
Oh yeah. I sent you a sketch.
Yeah, that's on you,
Yeah,
buddy.
he
That's
gave
on
me a
me.
sketch, and then he proceeds to shit on himself after the sketch. I
I feel like I look great. The only thing that like I don't did you end up fixing it? My
I
eyes
think
are
I did.
hazel,
I think
not
I
brown.
did fix a little bit. I'm not sure if it's there, but we'll see.
No biggie. It's okay. Yeah, we'll find out.
Chris, you're
Nothing.
gonna like it. You're gonna
I'm
like it.
sure I will. I mean, I love the product that I did see. I think it looks fantastic. So
It's not a
Oh, thank you,
project.
thank
It's
you.
not a product, Chris. It's a labor of love from your
it's a
friend.
labor of love.
Don't like how
I
you
don't
phrase
like
that.
the way you say that.
Mm-mm. Speaking of labor, I haven't sent you guys a picture yet. I'll put it on screen, but I've been shoveling dirt for like the past couple days. Oh, I think I sent it to you
Oh,
actually.
you sent it. Yeah. I was actually
Yeah.
I was just looking at that. I was like, so this is the pile of dirt you're talking about.
It was
Why
like
is that
bigger.
happening? Tell
It's
us about
bigger
that.
because all right, so my family's like finally like going green, and we're gonna have rocks, you know.
Rocks.
But
That's
it makes
it.
sense. You should have rocks, and then they put a bunch of dirt in the backyard. And my mom is like, "Yeah, I'm not paying them $1,000 to remove it, so we're gonna remove it ourselves." And I have just been picking up, and obviously me as the because my brother's out of town. I'm like the only like able-bodied person, so
Oh
I'm
my
like,
god.
I don't know if so. I'm like obviously like I don't think we should do that. Also, it's illegal because she wants to put it like there's like trees like that are from the city that are like kind of like down the block that are like in like contain. I'll send a picture of that too in like contained areas. And my mom just wants to go over there and dump all the dirt on those trees and stuff. And there's not enough room for all of it. And she's like, "No, we're gonna do it." So I have to like I have to shovel in dirt into like these little buckets and pots, and then I have to pick them up and put them into my mom's car, and she drives over, and then we dump the. We have
That
to do it at
sounds-
night, by the way.
It's
Wait,
yeah, that
cool.
sounds like it's not.
That
If you
sounds
gotta
a
do
little
it,
sketch.
yeah, if you gotta do it at night where no one can see you, that sounds very sketch.
No,
Wait,
it's illegal.
so-
It is illegal
I just want to clarify. So why are you getting rid of the dirt though?
because we don't need the dirt anymore. It's not. There's gonna be rocks there.
Right, but the rocks still need like a medium
A
to
little,
be placed in.
yeah, a little bit
Yeah,
of
well,
dirt to keep them in place.
No. You just put like a tarp underneath and you put the rocks on top. That's
Okay.
how we do it.
That's
we
what
just,
you're doing?
Yeah, we just have a tarp and then we're gonna put the rocks on top of it, and it's not gonna be hard to put it all out.
It's like he's making a filtering system.
Well, I mean, like I'm sure like if you just dug that sorry about that. If you just dug that up and put it like in your front yard and just put a sign like, "Oh, free dirt," like someone will take that. Like 100%.
No one will. No one's gonna.
The
take
thing is,
the dirt.
okay, the thing is that's kind of
I've been
weird,
putting
just
it to
because no one would
garbage
actually
can.
go through that neighborhood.
Yes, the neighborhood that you live in, no one's gonna go through it really and see that and be like, "Oh, like this is worth picking up." But
This is where I'm gonna get my dirt.
that's like totally something you do though. Like a lot of people do that. They just like, oh, like free dirt, like free mulch, like whatever, like things like that. Because a lot of people or like free, firewood. Because people have
sounds
like
like,
projects.
There's not
Sounds
really
like a
space. to
Portland
put
thing.
it. It sounds a lot like a
Like
Portland thing.
that is 100% a thing that's like everywhere. That's
I
that's
have yet to
100%
see
everywhere.
that. Maybe because
That's like
we
in
live.
California all the
in-
place, like all the place, all the time. Like I've seen that shit.
Free dirt. Where the fuck? Where are you?
You just drive around and you see things like that. It's like, oh, free
I-
dirt.
I,
like,
I
Dude,
drive
I
a
have-
lot. I drive
I have
a
been
lot.
driving everywhere. I've never seen anyone asking, "Hey, do you
drive
want my
in, like-
free dirt?"
no one asks you that, but it's the same thing as like.
Okay, I don't
like,
see it. Sorry,
Okay,
Chris.
do you ever see garage sales?
Yes, of course I see garage sales.
Okay,
but no
it's the
no one has a
same
pile of
freaking
dirt
concept.
in the garage
Oh,
sale. It's like, "Hey, you want to buy this
People
dirt?"
do. People just it's like putting stuff on the side, like on like in front of your house, like just like to give away. Like people do it with dressers and stuff like that. That happens all the time.
Not with dirt.
Not
It
with-
does.
no.
You can look. I swear to God, you can go into like Facebook Marketplace or Craigslist or anything
Looking
like
for
that.
dirt.
And yes, because people often like they want dirt for a project, or people don't want to like have to pay to get the dirt removed. Because you can't just, as we're talking about it, you can't just get rid of dirt. You have to do it a certain way, and a lot of people need dirt for projects. I swear to God, like you could just look it up. It's like a thing. I'm not crazy.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, maybe I'm gonna have to look into that.
Yeah.
Because I hate
Yeah. I'm
shoveling
gonna
dirt
buy
now.
some dirt.
You
Do you
don't.
need
The
dirt?
point is, you don't buy it. You're getting rid of it, so you don't pay to get rid of it.
Right, but for now we're doing illegal things, Chris, and I think that's better for now.
Okay. Yeah. You continue with that.
No, I'm not. I don't
That's-
want to do it anymore. I don't want to.
Okay.
I hate it. I hate it. It's like cold, and like I cut myself a
It's
lot. and I
cold.
have blisters.
You want to talk about cold?
Oh, shut up!
Yeah.
Oh wait, wasn't
You
it
wanna talk about
snowing?
Shoveling
cold?
dirt.
Dude, it
Not
was
shoveling
snowing
dirt.
the other day. It's like the high was below 40. At night it's getting down to like 30. And I know like people, if anyone is from the freaking,
Fourth.
Northern America, everyone's gonna be like, oh, like that's not cold. Like I wake up and it's negative 10 degrees Fahrenheit and that's the high. Yeah, I don't care, all right? Like freezing is
You
cold.
literally just did
Freezing
that to me,
temperature is
but okay.
cold. Yeah, you know what? Because it's true. You're talking about like 50 degrees,
Dude,
60
at least-
degrees.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's
You're like
not cold.
so suffering
That's like
in
the
your
inside
blanket
of my
in your
house.
fucking house.
That is the inside of my house is like 50 degrees.
I feel like you're not understanding the fact that I am also shoveling dirt and handling pots and buckets. All right. I'm
Why
You're
are
moving
we-
around. You're moving around. You should be warm.
We're just doing it. Chris is out here telling people about how cold it is, and then Jared comes in the side and it's like, but dirt.
But dirt.
You're like literally like saying, "Don't criticize me," but while criticizing me, it's like, okay.
I know.
I'm just saying, in the grand scheme of like coldness, right? Like if we're talking about like
Of course,
if
the
you're
grand scheme of
below
coldness.
freezing, of course that's cold. No one's like,
no one's gonna shovel dirt in the grand scheme of things in the vast coldness of Antarctica, Chris. I'm just talking about how cold it is now and how it's affecting the labor.
Okay, I'm sorry. Your illegal labor is cold. I get it. I understand.
Illegal, yes.
Illegal.
labor.
Well, actually, no. The labor itself is not illegal. It's the dumping of the dirt into another place
City
is
property,
illegal.
right? Yes.
Less
could-
than legal.
Less than legal.
Anyways, yeah, we could move past the illegal dirt dumping. Just put it up on Facebook Marketplace. It's like yo, just pick it up. It's free or whatever.
You know, as we're talking about this, the whole time Jared was talking about this, I just imagined him in like a little burglar like face mask with like
black
with a
hoodie.
yeah, black hoodie,
Hoodie.
and then he has like a little like a sack of dirt in his back. He's like, you'll never know I put this dirt here.
When we do it, my mom we drive she only wants to do it nights and no one
Also, you have an
sees us, but there's
accomplice too. I forgot.
No, she's the
You
one
turn the
making me do
lights
it.
off. You drive down the street with the lights off in the car.
No, the lights are fully on, and there's cars always driving by, so it's not like no one sees us. Anyways, there's people still driving by us, so I don't understand.
Because it looks like you're just putting dirt.
I feel like if you did it during the middle of the day for you, it would be less people.
honestly.
yeah, probably, but you know, it's fine.
Wait,
it's
is
a
something
good-
like
it's a good
that?
workout.
Just like a hill near your house. Why don't you just dump it there?
Yeah, isn't there like a hill right by the side of your house?
I just realized.
That would, that's like you could just like level that out. No one would notice that. That's like
No, but okay, I just realized. Yeah, I could do that, but there's houses nearby, and there's also coyotes there, so my mom wouldn't want to do it during night.
You don't
that's
do
why
it.
you do it during the day.
Do it
No, 'cause
during the
then-
day.
There's people who.
They're not gonna care. They just think you're working on the land. I think you overestimate people.
Yeah, I mean a lot of people.
What?
You know how much stuff gets like, it goes by unnoticed.
Yeah,
It's
like
crazy.
you can like a lot of things. As long as you have
All
a construction,
You
vest
put on a
of,
vest.
That's
Exactly.
all you need.
Put on a vest and
You
you,
can
act
get-
like you're supposed to be there.
That feels like
You're done.
more.
As long as you
Yeah.
have confidence that you're supposed to be there, no one will question you.
I think I
Gino's
have a
got it.
vest that I stole from community service
See?
one time.
That's how I get
There's
into
a lot of
movies.
thieving going on. A lot of like less than legal projects you've got going on, Jared.
I'm gonna have to cut all that out. Actually,
This whole video's got to get scrapped. Too much evidence.
wait.
Too loud? Even too loud?
I think so. I'm trying I need like a sound blanket.
Didn't you
Alright,
have
let's
one?
just- I don't.
All right, Jared's getting in trouble.
Jared is getting in trouble.
So
Well,
there's gonna be a hard cut in there somewhere.
okay, yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna out you. We outed Gino because of his problems last time.
What did we out him for? I don't even remember.
I don't remember.
What
It
did
was like
you
it was
out
like
me
2 days
for?
ago.
That
What
might
did-
have been a couple recordings.
Oh
ago.
right.
Okay, second hard cut again because of Jared. He needs a moving blanket. That's the biggest thing. Or not a moving blanket. You need a sound blanket. I was going to tell you, Harbor Freight moving blankets, those are pretty cheap. That's what I got going on right here.
You know, I saw
Kinda
one
helps.
actually. I saw one while I was moving the dirt. I actually saw a sound blanket just like on the floor that was like covered in dirt, and I was
What's a
kicking
moving
myself.
blanket?
It's a moving
yeah, and
blanket.
my mom had one, and it's just covered in dirt now.
They're
And
like
it's ripped,
$10.
but it was here the whole time.
But you can go to Harbor Freight and buy one for like $10.
So,
Like a very large moving blanket.
Chris, I don't like the way you're talking right now. All right,
Oh my god. I'm just offering solutions.
thank you
Yeah,
nothing.
you're welcome.
for nothing.
I mean, exciting news. Hopefully sometime this week. I just mailed out Gino and Jared's microphones, so the idea is that our audio will be a lot easier for me to edit because they'll all be using the same equipment. So that's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
And Chris was like, it's about Chris was like complaining. He's like, oh, it's too heavy. I don't know if you guys will be able to carry it. It's so heavy, you know. It's about 5 pounds.
I didn't.
He was completely exaggerating it. I was ready to pick
Oh
up
my
a
God.
50-pound mic for some reason.
And not the the microphone's not heavy in your hand.
Chris, it's
just
okay.
the
It's okay.
boom arms. Okay.
Guys, you
All
can't
right.
see, but Chris is in a wheelchair. His arms are like rail thin. He has trouble doing things. He has a tube.
Yeah.
You
He-
know?
Part of that
at
is
one
true.
point, he was almost a vegetable.
Most
That's
of that
right.
is
Chris
not
almost
true.
Put Chris, yeah. Don't you remember Chris? Gino put you in that chair.
Yeah, I put you in
Wow.
that chair. Yeah, I
Gino, can you
stomped
tell
on
the
your
story
legs
about
like how
how-
the deer stomped on Finn's legs.
Oh my god. That's why I've always hated you.
Yeah, it happened.
You don't
when the episode
remember
came out.
though because I bonked you afterwards, and you're like, "What happened to my legs?" And I was
Wow,
like, "Don't
it's
worry, it was a
The
deer.
memories are flooding back. Ah.
It was a deer."
Now you have to kill him in the sewer.
And don't forget to lick me too.
um.
All right, let's cut that out.
No, we leave that in.
No, we
No,
did not
just
leave
stay.
that
We're
in.
leaving my part in. We're leaving my
Stays.
crimes
That
in.
all
Oh
stays.
Lord Almighty!
God, I hate you guys. Don't even. I don't. This is a bad idea. This podcast. It's not a good
Sound
idea.
off if you think this was a bad idea in the comments
Let us
below.
know in the freaking comments below if you hate us.
We're just gonna open the floor up to criticism at this point.
We're gonna take new hosts. We're gonna fire me, and someone else will come in and take over Daisuke.
Yeah, this is Gino and I's channel now.
Well,
Jared
no,
will
no,
be
it'll be
featured.
the new person. You guys will still just
Oh,
Oh,
The new
we're
person
still
will
we're
own
still
everything.
the
Oh,
the
wow.
side people. I see.
yeah.
That's-
They'll get everything.
that's almost worse than being like demoted. That's just insulting.
Well, that's how you want to take it, I guess.
All right.
Idiot. Asshole.
So, man, these are the work
Loser.
conditions that we have here.
Moron.
We don't have an HR department yet, but if anyone,
They wouldn't do anything.
no,
They would not.
Well,
do
but they really don't, in all seriousness. They're
Dude.
just kind
they, where I work, there
Mhm.
is a whole lot of tea with HR and stuff like that. Like, several people ended up quitting because
Ooh.
there was like a problematic person,
Oh,
and
wow.
then HR wasn't doing anything, so those people quit, and then finally the company was like, okay, you know what, we're not going to keep that person after they lost all these other good employees.
Mhm.
Sounds
Like,
like,
it was-
HR.
Yeah.
No, because I think
Yeah,
at
HR
that
sucks.
point they just wanted a new team. That's usually how it works.
Could have been.
But
No,
HR
honestly,
always
yeah.
has the interest of the company at mind, not
Actually, you know
The
what?
people,
I want to say
they-
this was my friend. This is my friend's story.
Mm.
Yeah, that's not my company, not where I work. No,
Oh, just steal
this
it.
is
Go
a
ahead.
this
Just
is
say
a
it's
friend
yours.
of mine.
Just
No,
say it's you.
I'm
Just
gonna
say it.
actually no, it wasn't me. It was my friend for legal reasons because I don't know if anyone's gonna hear this or not. So this is definitely a friend story. Anyways,
It was him.
no, it wasn't. Moving along. Uh, what else have we got?
Man, um, I guess I'm on the episode of Andor where I'm sorry, I'm like totally out of focus now because like I was getting yelled at and I like lost all my momentum.
It's okay, Jared.
Um, frick. Okay, that I'm on the episode of Andor. I think I'm one ahead of when I last told you. It's the episode where so he's in prison and
Spoiler
what
alerts.
happened? Whatever, fuck it. No,
Now
I'm
I
just
have
kidding.
to edit that too.
Um, yeah, he's in prison. The guy kills himself, and some social commentary, whatever. No, wait, no. Let's cut this part
guy.
out. Fuck it. Let's cut this
Okay.
part out. Sorry.
All right.
God damn it.
Right. Do you guys like Pokemon?
Yes, dude.
Okay, because there's some
Yeah.
people that genuinely do not like Pokemon, okay? And
I feel
there
like-
is a follow-up question, or I'm following it up with something after this. So you guys like Pokemon, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not like I like Pokemon. I haven't played any like of the new Pokemon games really, but like I totally grew up on Pokemon. I feel like every time we do a recording, Jared just finished like
Oh
catching
yeah,
a shiny on Pokemon Go.
he does play
literally every time.
Pokemon Go as well.
I don't mean to brag, but kind of a Pokemon Go expert.
Okay,
No, I love
okay.
Pokemon. I love Pokemon.
So what's your follow up?
Alright, follow up. I have received a gift
Ooh.
on my birthday. I will show it
Oh,
on
yeah.
the. I will.
Happy birthday,
Oh yeah,
Gino.
Gino's 27
Yeah.
or 37 now.
He's
Congratulations. dude.
55 years old.
Yeah.
I have
awesome,
four
dude.
different ages apparently. Okay. And my gift was, I'll show it here, is a buff Squirtle.
Oh my god.
He is absolutely jacked.
He's yoked, bro.
Christ.
Jeez.
And honestly,
He
this is
not
like
natty.
one of the best gifts I've ever gotten.
That's
Wow.
amazing.
Is it?
Does he have an 8-pack? Yeah, he does.
He does have an. I think he just has a 6-pack. Just 6-pack boy. And
No,
it's
no,
that Squirtle from the anime series with the Squirtle Squad with the
Yeah,
glasses.
Squirtle Squad.
Squirtle Squad.
Yeah.
I
We'll
I
insert
love
a
it.
picture so you guys can see this, but
So I
it
love
looks
this.
amazing.
I love
Wow.
this. This is amazing.
Gino,
And then-
it kind of says a lot when you're able to have such a buff character next to you at all times while you probably
This is my motivation to go to the gym. I see
Yeah.
this and I was like, I must become the one and only Squirtle Squad master. Like you can tell he's the leader of Squirtle Squad,
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
with just
most
how buff he
definitely.
is. So if I become as buff as him, maybe I can beat him and take over as the leader.
Not me. I would put him in a jar.
You,
Wow.
Yeah.
but yeah. With that, I also go to the gym a lot. Actually, I don't know about you guys.
I work out.
You work out
I-
sometimes.
Yeah, no, I work out. I've been trying like I do like these fad diets. Like sometimes I just don't eat sugar for a few days, or
That's
like
that's called dieting.
oh
Yeah,
yeah,
that's not-
yeah,
that
I do.
doesn't sound
I
like
do.
working
That
out,
doesn't
but-
sound like working out.
Okay, it's involved if when with the workouts. Like
Okay.
I'm just talking about things and health
Oh,
and,
sorry.
Related to working out. Okay, I understand.
Right.
I understand.
and intermittent fasting. Obviously,
Okay.
I'm sure
Oh,
you guys
see, my
have tried
coworker
it.
does that too. I do not get that at all.
Why not?
I
It clears your system.
dude, you know how like hungry I am like all the time? I'm like constantly hungry. And I'm sure like that's like a whole thing like oh like if you change like your eating pattern whatever. Like I feel like my pattern is pretty like static. Like I eat breakfast, lunch and dinner around the same times. But like I have a high metabolism. I do not gain weight really. And I've been trying to, which is like its whole thing too.
It's okay. It'll stop at one point, and you'll proceed to keep eating more, and then you'll just
Yeah,
get
and then
And
you'll.
they don't get
chonke.
fat. Yeah.
Yeah.
Chonke.
It's gonna be
That's it.
great. No, I
Well,
since
there's
we
like easy
moved,
things.
we haven't gone to the gym, and I've
Really?
been. Yeah, no, it kind of sucks, but we're gonna start up soon again. We just have to like find a new gym that's near us. But in that span, I've managed to finally hit like where I wanted to be weight wise because I've been just bulking this whole time. I, like I
Without
I'm
working
eating
out, that's just
and not working out. Just
that's just gaining weight, isn't
no,
it?
no. I was bulking while working out prior, but I wasn't gaining any weight because I was working out. So then, like in
Right.
this few months where I haven't actually been working out because we've been trying to figure out like a new place to go, I've
Okay.
just been eating the same diet, and
Mm-hmm.
I finally gained. I think I'm like right. I'll go like over 190 at the end of the day, but like I'm at
Okay.
like 180,
Ooh.
187 to like 192 throughout the
And
day.
Chris, how tall are you? Just so people don't think you're like five
I
six
am.
and
I'm like according to our last one of our last recordings, I'm like somewhere between like 6'1" and like 8 feet tall.
yeah.
Um, probably I'm like 6 foot,
He's
but
6 foot.
yeah, I
Mm-hmm.
still look like a stick. But I weigh 190 now, so hopefully once we start going back, I can actually start
Mm-hmm.
like filling out more because
You
that's my issue.
you
Is like
call
all upper
yourself a
body.
stick. You call yourself a stick. I'm
That's interesting.
5'11", literally an inch or two away from you, and I weigh 50 pounds lighter than this man.
Oh wow.
To be completely fair, that's where I was. Like when we were in high school, Gino and I were like, we were solid runners. Like when we were in ROTC, we were
I was
some
just.
of the
What
fastest
are you
people.
counting me out? I was like,
He
I
I
was
don't
wasn't.
on the
remember
team for
you.
running.
Were
I
you
was
He
on the
on
team
the
was.
for
fast
He
team?
running.
was. He was in the
Okay.
running
Yeah.
team.
I was
don't
like
remember.
always like first to finish.
We only had like one. I think we only had one point where we were in the same class together, and that was the last one. I don't even remember.
Point being, we ran the 1.5 miles, all three of us, I guess,
Yeah,
fast. Like we were
yeah,
good.
we were all pretty quick. Um, but yeah, Gino and I were like, I weighed like 145 in high school, being this tall. Like I was a proper stick. I was like only muscle. There was zero fat on me at all. There was no room for it.
My dude, you are 140. I was 120, and we were not that
Holy
far off from height.
crap.
I think I was also 120, and I'm considerably shorter than Gino. And I think I was 120 for sure.
You looked a much healthier weight than us. You were like
Because
anemic.
I was more proportionate. I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah.
But actually, related to running, I'm actually going to participate in the LA Marathon.
You're insane.
Mm.
You're absolutely insane.
I actually going to start training tomorrow. So,
I can't.
I thought you were trying to bulk.
well, yes, but I want to do the marathon. Yeah, I've never done
Have
it
you
before.
gained any weight?
I'm still stuck at I think 140.
Dude, you're
I
gonna
would-
have
I
to
would-
like
wow.
those protein shakes, that protein powder. You're gonna have to be downing. a
Oh yeah,
lot
I'd
of
have
that.
to
You need
eat
like-
more just because I'm spending
gonna
more
train-
calories.
Yeah, if you're gonna train for a marathon, dude, you gotta start like downing more calories if you don't want to drop your weight.
Yeah, I know. But it's like something I want to try. I've never done it before. It's always good to try
Yeah.
new things, and I'm actually training. I asked
That's awesome.
our friend Carlo because he used to run marathons, and I told him, okay, I have
Oh,
until March because that's when it starts. And he's like, all right, so what kind of training regimen do you have? I'm like, I don't. I'm just gonna plan on running. He's like, okay, how many times are you gonna train every week? And I was like, 3 times. And he's like, okay, I want you to run 1 mile tomorrow. The next time you run 2 miles. Next time you run 3 miles. So just keep adding 1 mile each time you practice. And I'm like, that sounds like I'm gonna die.
Wait, how far is the LA Mile? How long
It is 25, 26 miles. I don't know exactly.
Ooh, wow.
Bro.
I was
The most I've
told
ever ran
Good
is
luck.
Like 3.
I was
Good
told
luck,
a
dude.
good pace, like it's not good, it's not bad. It's like in the middle is 4 hours for the whole thing. Or 4 hours or around 5 hours, 4 to 5 hours. Because he said 13 miles took about 2 hours. So if you just double that, it would be around 5 hours to
But
complete
you're
the
not
whole
gonna be
thing.
at that pace forever.
Dude, yeah. for 25 miles.
25 miles of just pure running. I'm about to run in Crocs. No, I'm joking. But I did saw a TikTok about a guy running in Crocs.
Do you have like good running? You'll probably want new running shoes for that.
Most likely. I'm probably going to get new running shoes. I probably need new running shoes to just run in general practice.
Let me know. I got the hookups.
Oh yeah, I forgot. You work at a shoe store.
Well, that's true. I'm gonna cut that out. I do work at that place, but I've got a coworker whose significant other works at Adidas.
Adidas.
So.
Oh, I love it. Adidas.
Yeah.
Is that how you actually say it?
No, he's just being a
No, I'm just being
funny man.
stupid.
Adidas.
Adidas.
Sounds like you're getting a DDoS. You know what DDoS
I don't-
means? You know what?
I'm just gonna let you sit in that one.
I've
I
got
made a
no
face
idea what
when you
that
said
means.
that. I made
Wait,
a
wait.
face
You actually
when you
don't
said
know
that.
what a DDoS is?
No, not a clue.
Or DOD? You know when people in games are saying like, "Oh, I'm gonna DDoS you."
No.
Dude, he doesn't know what DDoSing means.
He doesn't.
I can't express that any further. I have zero clue what that means.
Wait, I thought you played
He told you
games.
like 3 times.
I do, but like I don't play like multiplayer games very often.
Ah, okay, that
Oh,
makes
he's
sense.
not a gamer. Okay.
He's not a
Yeah,
gamer.
I'm not a gamer, bro.
Jared,
Like,
you know
I'm
what
like a
DDoS
casual
is?
gamer.
Yeah, I think I've been doxxed before.
Been doxxed before.
Yeah.
You know, due to my classes, I actually know the exact meaning to DDoS or DOS or. Yeah.
Can I get any marginal type of
No, you're not allowed.
definition?
No, You're not allowed.
We're not gonna
Okay.
define
You're
it.
not
All right.
allowed.
All this episode.
That's
Yeah.
cool. I'm not even going to bother looking that up. I don't care.
It
at this
is
point.
denial of service, or if it's DDoS, distributed denial of service. So pretty much someone just spams your network with a lot of requests to a point that your network freezes and cannot do anything.
Oh.
So that's why when people play video games, especially they're fighting each other, he's like, especially back in the day, like kids would just yell, "I'm gonna DDoS you," and people would actually be scared before because like people have done it. So
what does it just like crash your?
it crashes
game or
your
whatever?
internet, like
Oh,
your
good. Okay.
actual network, not just the game, just the network.
Your network.
Your
It
network.
happened to me on Overwatch like every time. Every time I started doing good, I just get kicked out, and I just.
You got DDoS, mate. You can't
You
do
know what
anything about it.
game?
Guess I'm
Speaking
just
of
too
like
epic.
kicking out, I've already forgotten the name of the game. Oh, TF2.
Oh,
Like,
TF2.
every time I play, it's like I'm always getting kicked. It's like, oh, you're a bot. Like, kick this person. I'm like, what the fuck? Like,
Is it because you're bad?
I think he's bad.
I
that's
mean,
why.
I suck at the game, but no, it's like every time I play with my friends, like we're always constantly like trying not to get kicked out. They always try and kick us, and it's like bots constantly just kicking everyone out. I don't know why it happens. But
Maybe it's like a private server. I don't know. That's
Maybe
weird.
you're bad.
I'm bad at the game. I'm not a good
Yeah.
gamer. That's
My
I'll be
man's not a
straight up with
gamer
that.
boy.
I'm not a gamer boy.
No friends. No one.
No
No
friends. But he does have bitches. No, just not even. No, that's not even the right word. That's
Yeah.
mean. He's got a girl. Okay.
Yeah, that was a little derogatory, but I'll
No,
let that
you know-
slide, I guess.
Sexist
you know, like
comment
you know
aside.
the I got no bitches. I got no money. I got no hope. Like, no.
You're not helping yourself anymore.
I
Gino.
I have to cut or
Just-
edit.
just
some
cut
of-
it.
We can leave this in.
You think I can leave? Okay, I'm gonna
Yeah,
leave
it's
this.
fine.
All right.
All in good fun.
Yeah.
I was gonna say her full name.
Why do you keep wanting to tell him his full name? They're gonna find him and they're gonna
I
swat
wanted
him.
to say. I want to say your full name. I want to say your girlfriend's full name. I want to say where you live. I just want to
What?
say.
Like you constantly just want to out me like all the
Yeah,
time.
bro. Like, you know, swatting is
Can you
still a
blame
thing,
me?
and people do it without remorse.
Oh my god! What if Chris got swatted during a podcast? That would be so.
I don't
funny.
know what that is.
When
Don't
a
tell me.
SWAT team swats you, as in like
Yeah.
Oh.
a literal
Oh.
SWAT team comes in your front door, possibly
shoots you in the
knock it down as
Oh,
well,
wow.
and proceeds to put you down on the floor.
Why does
And
that
arrest
happen?
you, yeah.
Well, because people would report some stupid thing, especially if they know your
Forward the
address
walls.
and
Oh,
name.
Jesus.
You get like streamers do all the time when they accidentally like when they don't notice it, they accidentally like
Oh, like say where they
if
live or something.
yeah,
Yeah,
say
for
where
the
they
personal
live,
information. One
and
time
they
it
get
happened on an airplane
swatted.
too.
What?
Did you guys hear about it? One time, some guy like gave away what gate he was going to, and he
And
got
the whole
kicked off the
flight got
airplane.
yeah.
Yeah, because someone said he was a terrorist. So
Yeah,
that's pretty
this,
bad.
that's the importance of not telling people where you live.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's kind of messed up.
Chris,
People are just terrible. What? No, Jared, you need to stop. You need to stop right
You see, now he's paranoid.
I was always paranoid.
My man's like looking around like, did I say anything wrong? Did I say anything about where I live?
I wouldn't listen to this audio so carefully now.
I can't believe you didn't know any of this.
I'm sorry.
I'm
I'm not
I'm the one
like
who uploads it,
terminology
so
is just not my thing. Generally, I'm just stupid. That's what it is. Like that's.
I think you're just an uncultured person sitting
I-
under a rock.
I
Except
would
for
agree with that.
Star Wars.
Okay, Star
you know
Wars,
a lot about Star
car
Wars.
stuff. Like I know where it's at. Motorcycles. But yeah, everything else I'm kind of not with.
That's right, everyone. Chris is the most generic man to ever live.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the next thing I'm gonna draw for you is just you living under a rock.
My coworkers always complain that like I've got, or I don't know if complain's the right word. They always say like I'm like the generic person. Like I've got like the like, oh, you think of like what are guys into? I'm into like all those things, and they're also like
Yeah.
every time I walk into, they always say I look like a dad, and I don't know why. I feel like I think I just give off that presence to
You
them.
do
for
give
some
off
reason.
the dad presence.
Chris, you just seem so straight edge, so laced up. Like, Chris, have you ever thought about wearing a
square.
dress ever?
A
Have
dress.
you ever thought about wearing? Yeah, have you ever thought about wearing a skirt?
I've
Chris?
worn a dress before. I've worn a kilt. I wore a kilt
Chris,
to school as
cute.
my friend.
Come on.
I do
mean,
remember that.
I
Yeah.
think I remember that too, actually.
That was like super, like kilts, super comfortable. Like that was, and you know, it was in California at the time. It was like freaking hot all the time. Very comfortable. Kilts are where it's at.
I mean, my point being, like, I don't see you as the type of person to just cause I don't know how to say it. You know, Gino, you remember when you dressed up for Anime Con as a
Oh
girl?
yeah,
As a girl,
I
I
yeah,
remember
I had
that.
like supreme gender envy. Like I wanted to do that. You know what I'm saying?
you can.
And like I can, yeah, and I probably will at some point. But what I'm saying is, like, Chris, I just don't see you as the person to do that. You know what I mean? It just because it seems so.
I wouldn't.
see-
Okay.
Yeah, Chris
I
is
wouldn't
too
do that on my
square. Chris is too
Wow.
square.
Okay.
Right, yeah.
Now it's square. Now that's the
That is our title for you, Chris
Okay.
Square.
Wow. I would like
Chris
I
Wheeler.
would do that like if I was to go out with like friends like a con or something like that. Like I would do something like that. If you guys were gonna dress up like that, I would do it.
No, you would dress up
But
not as a girl.
if you
or,
guys
like-
look, if you guys were both like, oh, like that's what I'm gonna do, like I'll be like, okay, yeah, I do it. But would I go out of my way to just do it on my own? No, I would not.
Okay, so Jared, so what I'm hearing is we find an anime con in Portland, we show up,
Yeah,
and
right, we
just-
show up.
Why do you
just-
keep saying the city I live in?
yeah,
Chris Wheeler.
just and we just convince them to dress up as a girl with us.
Yeah, exactly. We just put on makeup and. Chris, I feel like you would just half-ass it. You just put on like maybe eyeliner and like wear like a long jacket and be like,
Look, I don't want to spend money, like a ton of money to do that. But if you guys were like properly gonna do it, I would do it along with you.
okay, well,
Okay, makeup, everything.
we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it.
We're gonna
And you're
find
do it,
an
I guess.
anime con somewhere where you live.
Already regretting this, but
You know
See-
we will
see-
do it.
see-
yeah,
you're not passionate.
I'll if you guys want to do that, I will do that with you.
This is a very dangerous friendship where like, oh, I'll do it if you do it kind of thing. That's a very, very dangerous friendship. It's
I
because we
have-
could do the stupidest thing. And in
I have limits. I have lines that are drawn in the sand, but like that is something I'd be willing to do. If we
Chris,
want to
what
start
if
doing like,
this-
oh, like I'd like if you guys turbocharge your car, I'll turbocharge mine. Like, hell
See, I don't know
yeah,
what that
I'm
means.
down.
That
I
doesn't
need
make
an
any
excuse.
sense. What is
I'd like
that? I don't
to
know.
I'd like to turbo my Miata, but
That's lame.
okay,
That sounds
Jared.
lame. You sound lame.
no, it's okay. It's not your thing. You know what? Okay, wait. I've been thinking about this. I haven't said it to one of you guys. I want to watch Initial D. That is something that's like
Oh, okay.
car
could
community
watch.
like talks about. Like I always see those things.
Mhm.
That is an anime I feel like I would get behind.
Okay. I haven't even watched
Yeah.
that, so we could probably watch it together.
Yeah, I haven't watched that either.
Hell
We could
yeah.
do we could probably do like a live
A
thing. or
watch
something.
along kind of thing.
Or watch,
Yeah.
yeah, watch along. Yeah, that'd be cool.
A little.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to do
Chris,
that.
what if I told you just real quick that this whole podcast was just a convoluted way to get you to wear a dress with us?
Unfortunately, I would believe it.
It, it's a long haul.
Why
It was a
would
long
you
play.
tell him that?
Because it's too
It
late,
was
he can't back
going
out.
so well.
He can't back out now. I mean, the podcast is gonna go up. He's
Wow, so that's why Gino was in on this too. Dang.
yeah.
Yeah, that was the whole reason.
we don't
I
actually
needed
care
to
about
see you
podcasting.
in a skirt with high thighs, like high thigh like socks. It would have
You
been
just want to see my
great.
thighs, huh?
Oh,
That's
yeah.
what it is.
Oh yeah. Have you seen this man's thighs?
Who?
Dear God.
I've that's like I've got solid thighs. My thighs
He-
are proportioned to my
He
body.
has
My
so
arms-
does Jared.
Oh yeah, I have some.
I think
Yeah.
I'm the only one with like chicken legs. And in
I used to be
this
self-conscious though. I used to have like envy. I used to envy your thighs and legs
no,
when I was a
why
kid, though.
I
Seriously.
hated my thighs.
No,
When
because
I
I
was
got
a
made fun of
kid-
for having big
when I was a
legs.
kid, like I would I'd, like I feel like it was like embarrassing to have like a butt, like that seemed
Oh,
weird
yeah,
to
yeah.
me. And
Mhm.
now
you're a
as like
boy.
as an adult, it's like like that's like what
Yeah, you got MILFs
like,
looking
even
at
my
you. Aren't,
girlfriend's like,
aren't
oh
they?
yeah, like
Yeah.
your butt, whatever. It's like
Oh
I'm
my
still like
God.
self-conscious about that.
I remember a time. I think I just exited high school. We were going to Anime Con, and I went with someone. I don't know if I could say her name, but this person she was living with was like an older woman, and she like fucking made comments to me about my ass, and I felt
Yeah,
like super.
Jared.
Yeah.
No, I felt uncomfortable.
Getting catcalled, Jared. Hell yeah.
No, I felt really bad. It's
No,
like,
that's
why are you talking to me like that? I'm not a piece of meat, and now I understand. Now I get it.
Now
Related
you
to
get
that, like before the con, when I was dressed up as a girl, I fully understand how girls feel when they could feel. Oh, I can tell if a guy's staring because I could feel
get hit
like I didn't. No, I think I was about to until I said
You
I
looked
was
really
a guy.
good, dude. You look really good. But,
I
I was
I feel like
about
I haven't
to.
seen enough pictures of that. Like I just saw like
Dude,
a
one
couple,
time,
like, short pictures of it.
one time I broke off from the group because I was trying to find my friends. I told you guys, oh, I'm gonna find my friends, and I was walking by myself. This random dude started walking next to me, and he was just asking, "Oh, is this your first time here? Have you been here before? Where do you
Oh,
live?" And I was just like,
Ooh.
"Is this man like
Oof.
trying to rizz me up?"
Trying to read you
He's
off.
trying to rizz me up, and I had to break it to him, and I'm like, "Bro, I think you're talking to the wrong person." And he looked
That's
at me
rough.
and said, "Nice cosplay," and proceeds to walk away.
That's when you pull out the extra deep voice.
Yeah. Same thing happened.
up,
I think
dude?
the most recent con, I dressed up as a girl again, and I met up with my friend. And then, she dressed up as a girl, as a girl character. And she was like screaming, "Oh my God." And then I'm out here like, "What's up?" And then I see a couple people just like break their necks, like having a double take. Because they didn't have fake boobs on at the same time.
That's
It was great.
You went all the way. I don't think I'd shave my legs for it though.
You shaved your legs?
I
Gino?
shaved my legs.
Man, that is commitment right there.
don't
Yeah,
know
I
if I
put
go
makeup
that
on
way.
it too because, when you shave your leg, it still has the little marks.
You guys have so much facial hair. I don't know that you'd be able to shave enough to like.
I'd
really...
wear a face mask, obviously. Yeah.
No, face
Oh,
mask. No,
that's
I
smart.
I have to wear a face mask because my facial structure is too much of a
It's
guy's
very square,
facial
so-
structure. That I just look like a
It's really
femboy without
You
the
know what would
mask.
be
Looks
funny
really
to
good.
dress up as if we dressed up as in Mulan when they go and like
Oh yeah, yeah.
that would be
yeah.
kind of funny.
Yeah, I
feel
know what you
like.
mean. Just those the when they dress up as women to
Yeah,
stop the that was cool. God,
To
Mulan's a
stop
good
the
fucking
hunt.
movie.
that is a great movie.
that
Mulan's
is an
a great
awesome movie. Oh my god, I love Mulan.
Mulan's so freaking funny.
Did you guys hear about the story behind Treasure Planet?
Treasure Planet.
Oh, I didn't know the story behind it. That's
So
also a
wasn't it?
great movie. I haven't watched
yes,
that in a
It
long
was.
so
It was in like
so
I'm
the
sorry. Go ahead.
people. Sorry, my apologies. So the people that like wanted to make Treasure Planet are the same people that made Little Mermaid. I forgot what the other ones were, but they were like really popular. Like, oh, if you think of Disney, these are the movies. But they also
Right.
wanted Treasure Planet. They always brought it up. And then like the person or the higher ups
Yeah.
always said no, that's not good. Like we'll if you make another movie, maybe we'll think about it. They did it so many times. They made like multiple like really like hits, and then to a point they're like, you know what? We're not going to ask you. So they went above them. They went to the actual CEO and made a deal with him to make Treasure Planet. But the higher ups did not like that one bit. That, of course, they made Treasure Planet, but at the same time, they did not advertise Treasure Planet at all.
I think
Probably
they
like
cut the
the
budget too.
yeah, they kind of just buried it. And at the same time, when Treasure Planet was like coming out, Lilo and Stitch came out, and you know how much advertisement they put into Lilo and Stitch to a point that it completely covered Treasure Planet.
Wow, I'm okay. I'm surprised I didn't know that. I'm more surprised that you know that, because that seems
Yeah, and then
that
like
does not seem like something you know.
yeah,
I
so
just know
they
it was in,
also
like hell, like creation hell, like or what is that called? Development hell, like because like they really could not. It happened to a ton of their movies, like The
Yeah.
Emperor's New Groove, but we can
Yeah.
get into that later.
Oh,
yeah, because
so many gold movies, man, for like the side projects. So many gold movies.
yeah, they actually had plans for Treasure Planet 2 and 3, but they kind of like
Okay. You know,
cock blocked Treasure Planet so much that like they made it look like the 2 and 3 were not going to be successful, so they didn't do it.
Atlantis as well.
Oh,
Such
yeah.
a great movie. That one is so good.
I still
I mean,
know.
that was one of their last 2D movies, wasn't it? I think the cow one was the last one, but I missed those 2D movies a
Yeah,
lot.
there's a certain charm to them.
Jeez. I fucking hate Disney so goddamn much, dude. I cannot stand them. I probably shouldn't be saying this. Because then they won't hire me ever. Yeah.
I'm actually a huge Disney fan. But
I don't like. I think I'm just against. Because corporations struggle or like strangle creativity. Because like I remember, Emperor's New Groove. It was supposed to be called Empire of the Sun or something like that.
Okay.
It
Oh,
was
really?
more centered around Peruvian culture. Because I'm
Right.
half Peruvian. It was more centered around Peruvian culture and that kind of stuff. It was gonna be more of a dramatic movie. And I still like Emperor's New Groove, but I wish I could have seen what that movie could have been, because they cut the budget, they changed it a
Yeah.
bunch of times, they even like hired a new director to make it funnier, and then when they saw that new director's spin on it, they're like, okay, that's what we're doing, and they fired the other director.
Dang.
Oof.
Or I mean, I think
I
the guy
didn't know
just
about
left.
that.
Yeah, it sucks.
I feel like there's
It
a lot of
sucks.
things like that which are unfortunate.
And there's a lot of things behind the evil corporation of Disney. It's not
Evil
evil.
corporation.
It's just I think they're just thinking more about profit.
Actually, they did help. I think when they were filming the Mulan 2020 movie, they were filming in a concentration camp area, and they thanked the concentration camp for letting them film there.
Oh,
Yeah, so that's not so good.
Oh,
But there's some great.
Like I
ones
said-
in
less than
Disney.
ideal things.
Yeah.
like I said, profit-oriented company.
Mhm.
I mean, they're so big now that honestly, like that's normal for like a giant company. It's just profit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just,
Yeah, it sucks,
You know,
but it's the truth for
we-
any corporate.
We went to school with someone who was on Mulan.
Oh,
as a
we
stunt.
did.
That's right, Bruce.
Yeah, Bruce. Yeah,
He was a
Bruce,
stunt guy.
he's a stunt guy. Yeah, he's also doing like Power Ranger stuff like that.
Oh, that's so
I'm
cool.
totally name dropping this guy. He's such a cool guy, but
Yeah, he's awesome.
he's living it,
I mean,
dude. He's freaking living it.
Dude, I've always thought about being a stunt guy, like doing all those like crazy like martial arts about the fake fighting. I've always
Yeah.
wanted to do that, but I didn't know where to start and how to start it.
I could probably talk to Bruce.
Yeah,
I could talk.
him.
I could talk to Bruce like, "Hey, yo, you got a spot?" Or no. Like, oh, teach me how to do it first. Like,
He's
I
been
want
doing that forever, though.
He's been
Like,
doing that
that's-
since he
yeah.
got off high school, though. That's the thing.
No, before.
Even
'Cause
before.
yeah, it's just like a martial arts that he did. So that was something he's been doing for a long time. Part of it I feel like is knowing like someone who does it or did those things, and then like
Yeah.
being able to like lead you that right direction. I'm not
I
sure
think it's
how
all
he
about
eventually got
someone
into
you
it.
know.
Yeah,
I
but
think you have to have that connection, otherwise it's
yeah,
useless how much
but
you.
Connections
he's
are
like
everything. Yeah.
he's really
He's great.
talented though. Like he has stuff on like YouTube that like I think
Oh
have
yeah.
done pretty well. But yeah,
Very talented
Yeah,
dude. Can't
oh yeah,
deny that
Bruce.
fact.
a lot of respect for stunt doubles.
Oh yeah, dude. They do like the hardest thing in the world. And the actors just like get thrown in.
Unless it's
Dude, a
Jackie
lot of
Chan.
We like Jackie Chan.
no, we do wait, because like there's some people who might listen to this and
We
get the
grew
wrong
up with Jackie Chan.
Yeah.
There's a special place for the movies that he's in. we're
Just give
I
him
don't
the worst thumbs up. Sorry, yeah.
God.
trying to save face here. Um,
I think actually I watched the YouTube video. It's called like Roblox oof sound effect origin. And it's about the origin of the oof sound effect from Roblox, which is a game I used to play a lot. But it actually goes into like a deeper there's like a deeper theme about how like because the person who made it obviously worked under a company, and the guy who owned that company was like, yeah, I made it and I did it and I was there when it happened and I'm the best and I did everything. And it's proven time and time again that guy's like a liar and sort of a fraud. And it's just the underlying theme is that like the work done by individuals is often claimed and stolen by corporations, and how people like sound effects guys and even like composers get like no credit for their work, and they just get cast aside. And it's important that we make sure we're aware and we know that who does what, and we need to appreciate more, I think, jobs like gaffers and sound effects people and editors and composers. And yeah, it's a good video. Maybe I'll link it in the description or something, but
yeah, that sounds pretty interesting.
it's important to like not forget that type of stuff, because it's so easy to like say like, oh, editing's whatever, because editing is hard, right?
Yeah, I know. It's
Yeah, it
I
is.
hate editing.
even
I hate
like
it.
this small amount of stuff that I'm doing with like our audio. It's like it's not easy. Whoever does sound design, like props to you,
Right.
because like that's it's not like the hardest thing ever, but it's kind of a lot
complicated.
when you're just sitting there going through all this audio and like having to edit out like little
I
portions
know.
of it.
Even when I edited the video you sent me, it took me like half an hour to do the whole thing.
Yeah, I
And
will
then
say I had some technical difficulties on that, but
Yeah,
yeah, like
yeah.
adding the he had to pick up from like one of my old saves because my computer
Mhm.
crashed and I didn't
Right.
realize it.
But it's a hard work, and we need to appreciate those who put in the extra effort, I think.
Yeah, that's not to say like
Or-
we're the people that need to be appreciated like that,
No,
although
no,
we'd
no, no.
appreciate being appreciated. We're talking about like the people who do this professionally who get undermined by like the main stars and stuff like that. But
Sound effects are very important. Music, I'd argue, is the most important part of a video game. Animation, people, yeah.
okay, what movie was it? Onward.
Yeah.
Did you guys watch Onward? I really like that movie. The
It's okay.
sound at the end, where like like the spoilers, like when the dad comes back for that moment,
Oh yeah.
right? The sound, like the music for that was lackluster. I feel like that was like a very driving moment, but
Mhm.
the music design for that was not with it, and I feel like it just made it like very stale. Like I wasn't touched at all during that, and part of it was because the music just wasn't there.
Yeah,
Like-
it can dictate how you feel.
Yeah.
It's manipulative too. It's extremely important. God,
Duel of the Fates, Star Wars.
it's a good song. Good song.
Good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
If we're talking about sound, I don't know if you guys have watched Fire Force. No? Anime?
mentioned
Is that
before,
the
yeah.
anime
You-
that
you've
was on
talked
the
about it, yeah.
list?
Yeah.
Yes, it was. And there was this one part where this character, like, is one of the stronger characters, and he used a skill. It's pretty cool. It's like one of his ultimate skills. But The bass and sound for when he just, you know, destroyed the enemy was phenomenal. Like it was replayed so many times in TikTok. It was all over the place. It's like whoever was in charge of that specific scene or that sound or that side that effects was on point. I need to show you guys that
You
sound
should,
bit.
yeah.
It's just a little bit. It's just a bit of sound, but it was like everybody. It got shook. The anime community that's like really into like sounds or like sound effects loved it. I loved
Mhm.
it.
Nice.
So I gotta
Dude,
show it to you guys.
sound design's impossibly difficult. Like I'm sure like
Very.
one scene of that anime probably has like 10 different sound effects and it all has to be like edited in properly. Yeah, we can't I can't just say enough. We can't just say enough how
You can't say
important it
enough.
is.
Yeah.
All those jobs come like I want to do the voice acting part of it because that's what I like to do, but I think they get too much praise sometimes. I do genuinely believe like the other parts are more like the performances are good, but like the
That's
music
like,
is important, sound is important, pacing is important. It's all a well-oiled machine, really.
and
Go
all
ahead,
that
Chris. I'm
starts
sorry.
with like raw. Even like
Yeah,
voice acting and stuff like that. That's raw, and then someone's still editing all of that and EQing it and like going
and
through it.
mixing
Like
it. Yeah,
there's so much behind every single portion of it from what you see versus what had to be made and then produced and edited for it to like actually get to you. A lot of stuff
yeah,
goes into that. A lot of people it goes through.
and it is kind of a shame that we only see, like, I mean, voice actors aside, you see the people like the stars, but who does the makeup on them? Who does the set design? Who does the costume design? And for animation, who draws it? Who's because sometimes the artists have to go to certain places or they have to look up certain things to get certain references. It's a lot of work. God, man, we're just gushing, aren't we? We just
Yeah.
love, yeah,
We just love showing our appreciation for the
Much
film
love.
and animation industries.
yeah.
Much
That's all I
love.
wanted to say.
Such wow.
Much love.
And on that note, it's probably about time for us to end our last podcast of the year.
That's right. We're
Woo! We
heading
made
out.
it. Kind of.
Yeah, kind of. We recorded 4 episodes for the end of this year.
Yeah.
That's a
And
pretty big step, I would say.
yeah,
Yeah. We're yeah.
And don't
Hopefully you
worry,
like it.
we'll be able to make more next year as well.
So Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, Happy Kwanzaa.
Kwanzaa.
Anything else? Am I
Happy
missing?
Just
holidays.
or yeah,
Happy
just say
holidays?
happy holidays.
Sorry. Yeah.
I'll wrap it
Alright.
all up. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays, everyone.
It's been a year, and hopefully we'll see you guys in 2023.
Or not. Who knows? There's no guarantee.
You're absolutely right.
Peace.
Gino might not even make it.
he might he
He
might
might not
not
make it.
even make it.
Yeah, I might
might
not
not.
make it, guys. Yeah.